It's Monday morning, October 2nd. I'm back feeling a little better. Hopefully, we'll get back to our full slate of shows very shortly here. All right, we have a few stocks for you. First, quick look at the macro. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Two signals I don't like. Well, RK looks like it got rejected. Look at that. Friday at the 200 DMA, and it's pulling back now with TLT going down. That's not a good sign for risk assets like RK. Okay, so maybe that was the peak right there on Friday with RK at the 200 DMA, although the RSI relatively low, so there remains hope. There remains hope that maybe it could rebound and break past it, but we'll have to see what the economic activity shows. There's lots of data points coming out this week. I think manufacturing data this morning. Powell speaks at maybe some manufacturing data just came out actually. Powell speaks at 11 a.m. I believe. I don't know if this is this a drop. I don't know if something just came out. I think there was some manufacturing data maybe out to 8:45 a.m. But if I'm just looking at the charts, yeah, just because of the rejection at the 200 and TLT going down, it doesn't look good. Wow, lots of red on the screen. All right, so let's see if there's any individual stocks this morning that could either buck the market trend or maybe we'll go down with the trend. Let's see. I do have one short idea for you. Okay, so here we are. First one that stands out, I have Arch Resources, ARCH. It's down 8%. Now, they warned, they said their sequential EBITDA will be down 10%. Okay, 10%. We're only down 8%. On top of that, they're saying their cash flow will be down close to 50%. Okay, I don't know why the discrepancy there, why the cash flow down close to 50%, EBITDA down 10%. These are for issues relating to their mine. This is their coal miner. And they said these issues will remain through the remainder of the year. So not looking good here. And you can see this was really stretched. This stock has been just on a tear with a very high RSI. It's already pulled back 8% here. And at this point, you got to say, MA at 154. I think it did already in pre-market right there. Let's see what the low was, around 152. And we're heading back down. I would say there's a good chance we're going to retest around that level, the 20 DMA at 154. And we'll see if that's it. Okay. I think this is a worthwhile short idea for the day. We might even play some puts. We'll see in the morning, potentially with that very high RSI and this really devastating warning. Could it break the 220 DMA and go down here towards 139, 140? Maybe it's possible, but I think the low-hanging fruit here would be a move towards 154, 155, which at this point, only a few bucks down from here. With options, maybe we can get a little bit more than that. But ARCH, something we'll be looking at to short this morning. All right, then we have CTLP with an insider buy. Now, I like this story. We've had multiple shows on this in the past. You know what? I haven't been on top of it. I don't remember what the reason is for this gap down. Maybe I think it was earnings report. Maybe the earnings report disappointed. But now we had the CEO and a director making insider buys Friday after the close, I believe it was. So insider buys on CTLP. You see it's gapping up a little bit at 655. Volume's only 900 shares. Let's see what we got on the bid. There's 3 bidders at 651, above 650. So this looks like it could be headed up. Now, I don't like buying this gap up on a micro cap unless it's really awesome news. From a swing perspective, though, I think this is actually a good entry, a swing or long-term investing, something like that, like 650, because you could see this. If you pull back on the chart, a gap to 650 doesn't look like a big deal, actually. It's no big deal, right? So 655, that's 20 DMA. You could see this making a move over the next couple days to this higher gap at 717. Okay, so that'll be the target is around 717. I don't know how quickly it takes to get there. It's possible it does it today. But I don't know. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow or this week or next week. I really don't know. But this is a good candidate for a long. We like the fundamentals. I like the fundamentals. I like the company. And now the insider is buying their 655 bid. It's hard to buy it in pre-market because the ask is 685. Geo, we're watching this for continuation. I mean, immigration continues to be front and center all over Twitter. Elon Musk bringing it to the forefront of thought. Last week, it got rejected at the 200 DMA right there, perfectly, almost to the penny. And now a little bit of a pullback at the end of the day, but wow, back up to 835 open right over here. RSI is at 70. So the question, the $1 million question is, can we break out of this range? Can we break the 200 DMA and make a move towards 9 right there at the top of these candles? I guess 9 would be the next resistance if it breaks. And then, wow, then you got this whole area 10 to 12 to play with. I'm not ready to predict that. All right. I don't think we're in a position, especially with the tough market here, to say, okay, we're going to predict that we will break this 845 today. I don't think I'm going to do that, but it does look bullish, right? With the down market up 2% with decent volume, 59,000 shares of volume. Wow. That is decent volume here this morning. It's all over Twitter. So this could break. It definitely could break that 845. But RSI is kind of high, so I don't know. Maybe this is worth a small position here at 835. Maybe a swing position, something like that, to see if we break that 845 and head higher. Definitely one of the more interesting stocks to be swinging in this market environment. I think that'll be Geo. So CTLP, Geo look interesting for swings possibly. Arch on the short. Peloton, let's see if we can get continuation on last week's Lululemon news. Man, that 20 DMA keeps coming down, so it won't take a lot, but I think we might need a catalyst. I think we might need some analysts coming in here and saying, hey, we've looked at this Lulu deal. It's looking great for the company, upgrading, X price target, etc. We don't have that yet, so I'm not willing to anticipate that we'll break the 20 DMA, but I will tell you the RSI is kind of low here. With an RSI of 39, maybe this one's worth it to have a position ahead of the news, ahead of potential news, kind of predict that some analyst somewhere will come and give this a massive upgrade. I think this is worth it. I do think Peloton's worth it to have a position in this with the anticipation that it could, because look at this space it has to play with. That's pretty big. If it breaks the 20 DMA, that could be really nice. Okay, so Peloton continue to be on high watch. I have no idea what it will do today, though. All right. And then, man, we had high hopes for Exact Sciences here, but if ARK is pulling back, it might not work. By the way, we noticed Exact Sciences was not really moving with ARK. Let me see what IBB is doing. IBB is a biotech ETF. Yeah, maybe moving more with IBB than with ARK. So that was surprising Friday. Exact Sciences failed on Friday. It was one of our picks on Friday, which didn't work out because we thought it would move with ARK. But maybe a lesson for us that Exact Sciences moves more with IBB than with ARK. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know about that one. It's not the top pick for today. Zscaler got a big upgrade, but it's been up sharply a few days in a row. I think I got the analyst upgrade Friday, another one this morning with like a 160. What was the price target this morning? 190. Piper Sandler increases from 160 to 190. Okay, so that is a massive price target increase, but I'm not going to play it after it's already moved up. Several gaps up here, and two of the same catalysts in a row. Analyst upgrade. Why did we miss this on Friday? Pretty sure it was an analyst upgrade that came Friday, but I don't think it made our show. All right, but that's why it's going up, but I don't think we're going to be playing that. We should have been earlier on that if we wanted to play it. FedEx, another upgrade. Here's another one, 2 days in a row. But you know what we learned from Friday? This one's really moving with QQQ. It's going to be hard to buck the market trend unless you have this one also. Friday didn't work out on our trades on Friday. But FedEx, you're going to need like a really strong individual catalyst. And I guess these upgrades are not enough to buck the NASDAQ. It was moving with the NASDAQ on Friday. What was the analyst upgrade this morning? It was 350. No, this is not it. Here we go. Sorry. On the wrong list. FedEx news. Okay, here we are. It was Susquehanna. Yeah, 315. Wow. 225 to 315. Susquehanna. 225 to 315. That's big. And apparently they recommended options too. What is this? Susquehanna analyst. Let's see. Who said the options? Was it Barron's or Susquehanna? Let's see what it says here. Here we go. Susquehanna derivatives analyst Chris Jacobson added to Major's report that he sees a way to play FedEx stock options for investors worried about economic pressures. For those who share a bullish outlook who remain concerned about the macro cyclical setup, we look to long calls as a limited risk alternative. Owning a call option gives the holder the right to purchase stock at a fixed price. Options are priced. Jobson. Okay, doesn't know that. Okay. So you know what? I didn't realize that price target was massive. I'm kind of feeling sour about Friday because FedEx didn't work. So maybe I have a bias against it. But look, that's a massive price target increase. And Susquehanna is a legit firm. I have to pull it up again. All right. I'm going to put it up near the top again. It's just because, I'm upset that we didn't make money on it Friday. But okay. Oh, we lost money on it Friday. So FedEx. All right. So FedEx, CLT, CTLP, Geo, ARCH. No particular news on Peloton or Exact Sciences today. We'll be monitoring a Zscaler. Not going to play that catalyst. Rivian, I had up here, but wow, I think they disappointed on delivery numbers this morning, so I'm not going to be playing this. 2367. It can pull back here to 23. I don't know what it's going to do, but it looks like they just disappointed. Just came out like a half hour ago on Rivian. Coin had some news. Coin got a license to operate in Singapore, it seems. Singapore at the same time that Bitcoin's been surging. I don't like to buy these gap ups though. 78. It's in between these two moving averages. Maybe it can make a move towards 80 and maybe another couple bucks out of Coin. I'm going to move this higher up on the watch list because you got dual catalysts on Coin and it's above a key moving average. All right, so I'll move that up over here to look at. All right, let's see what else we got cooking in the news. We're waiting for Emily one day to tell us. I don't want to anticipate this. We tried a couple times and it didn't work out. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait till they tell us, hey, uranium spinoff is back in play, something like that. And then we'll pile in because on that day, the stock will probably be up like 30% or more. All right, so we're waiting for Emily. There's a little bit of news on ZVRA, and Chris from the community likes that. You can look at some data that just came out. Phase 2 clinical trial data. You can look at that. I'm not going to be playing that. And then Enphase, we've been waiting for this breakout. But also Enphase, we learned a lesson, doesn't move with RK. Enphase moves with TAN. Solar ETF. I do not, if anyone knows why solar has been so weak, I remember historically alternative energies moved up together with oil. Sorry, a couple comments here. All right, I'll get to Peloton. Yeah. I think I covered those, but okay. So, but in any case, if anyone knows or if looked into why solar has been so weak, maybe it's maybe because the Republicans control Congress. Maybe there's like some legislation or something that is not being passed that people expect the Democrats to pass because I don't know what's going on here, but I always remember historically alternative energy moved up with oil, and oil's been booming and solar's been going down. I don't quite understand why. As I said, if you know why, let me know. But with ARC. Interesting. Enphase moves with TAN, and it looks like Exact Sciences will move with IBB, not ARC, even though I think Exact Sciences is an ARC component, directly an ARC component. Enphase moves like a risk asset. I don't believe it's an RK, but it definitely moves more with TAN than it does with RK. All right, so a couple lessons learned on Friday. All right, that's about it for the news. Let me just I'll go back to those couple questions you guys put in. Let me just see if there's okay. Tesla produced more than 400 Tesla vehicle production delays in the Tesla put out some vehicle numbers. Okay, I guess, and I don't know what expectations were, but it must be. Here we go. Tesla deliveries below 435,000 versus 461. It looks like both Tesla and Rivian below consensus. Maybe this is adding to data of recession that people are worried about. Let's go down here. I think there's some other stuff. KLX, Seafoods increase investment in Plantify Foods becomes Plantify Foods' largest shareholder. Not going to play that. Sava completes patient enrollment phase. That's probably a nice catalyst for Sava, but biotech I don't know. I cannot play biotech. And then, all right. So, wow, with Tesla and Rivian disappointing on deliveries, I wonder if that will further exacerbate what's going on with the indices here this morning. Maybe we got to look at some more shorts here, especially that TLT down sharply. Maybe ARC has had its day here at the 200 DMA and heading. It's just hard for me to be shorting this with the RSI so low at 37.59. But maybe that's something we have to look into, at least possibly as a hedge if we're going to be long anything today. So let me just go back to our morning show list and try to order this now. All right. So short arch I like. Man, long FedEx is gonna just CQQQ. I'm not sure about long FedEx. Okay, let's do this. All right, so short arch. I like CTLP and Geo, but you got to be prepared to hold this more than a day. Both of these. Okay, I probably like Geo more than CTLP, but you got to be willing to hold these more than a day. And then what do we have? FedEx, maybe. Do we try that again? I don't know, man. Peloton, no particular catalyst today. Just hoping that continues. I'm going to put coin up here. Okay. I don't think I want to play coin because Bitcoin's just so volatile, and I don't know what the heck's going to happen with Bitcoin. So 79, big gap up. Yeah, could move to the 200, but this is like gambling. You know, it's like 50% chance it moves back to the 20 DMA, 50% chance it moves to 81. I don't know. Okay, that's the story with coin, but there's news. It's newsy. I'll put in the top 5 for you to look at. Okay. But as far as actionable, I think it's like 4 items here. 3 I have higher conviction on, and the FedEx a little bit lower conviction, mostly because I was burned Friday. But if Friday didn't exist and today we just got this today, I'd probably try again. I'd probably be like, oh my gosh, FedEx is going to be huge. They recently had the same thing I told you Friday, I tell you today. Maybe it didn't work out Friday and it works out today. 225 to 315, that's huge. Okay. So FedEx definitely going to be, let's call it a top 4 here. All right. Coin is there in the top 5. I just, like I said, I think it's like a gamble 50-50. All right. So it's Arch to the short side, Geo, CTLP to the long side. Be prepared to swing though. And then FedEx maybe to the long side today. Those are the ideas. Good luck. I'll try to finally do a 1 p.m. update if I'm not hacking my coffee or hacking my lungs out. All right. But in any case, did I cover all the questions? Peloton insight where I could go for. So yeah, let me just, I think I said that. I think if Peloton breaks the 20 DMA, you got this whole neighborhood here. Peloton can go to 690, and it coincides with the top of these candles, 670 actually. All right, so if it breaks this 20 and then holds that 20, then you can have a swing to $6.70 on Peloton. All right, I see another question in our legacy community about Yatra, and Yatra at this point, the trade failed. You know, we thought it would trade in line with India valuations after the IPO. It's not. In India, the equivalent, this should be trading at like 270, but it's not. And that's because it's because there's no mechanical way for a hedge fund to come in and do an arb on this. And that's why you're not seeing that. So mechanically, functionally, there's no reason anymore, why these should trade in lockstep with India. India is closed, by the way, today. Okay, India market was closed for a holiday today. And at this point, we have to wait for earnings and a buyback. All right. They have, at this point, it's a holding company which owns 65% of the India market cap, plus about 11 million in cash. And that takes you to about $2.80 close to. That's the value. That's the value of the Yatra shares. But the problem is no one can actually liquidate that value. You can't take your shares and sell it into the Indian market. That's the problem. All right. But it's worth $2.80. We'll see if they take this 11 million cash, almost the sole purpose of that cash will be to do buybacks. So we could be hearing a buyback announcement here in the next couple of weeks. They announce earnings, we can get a buyback announcement, and they could use that 11 million to try to bring the price of the stock in the US up closer to where it should be. All right. So that's the deal with Yatra. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Good luck. Hope we kill it today.